What makes the best glasses depends on how you look at it. And on this channel, we've reviewed frames in 5 different categories, from style to originality and craftsmanship to comfort and durability. And today you're going to be seeing which glasses are best in each of those 5 categories. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. But as I mentioned, what is the perfect pair of glasses depends on the person. For some people, it's all about comfort. They want the most comfortable glasses possible. For others, it's all about how they look. Others still prefer the beauty of a handcrafted frame and all of the details and embellishments that can be achieved with that process. So today, no matter how you judge glasses, you're going to be seeing which ones are best, at least in my opinion. And this is all based on our SF score, which if you've been following the channel, you may have seen. It's where we rate new frame collections based on those 5 criteria that I mentioned, which in my opinion are the 5 criteria you should think about when you're choosing a new frame. So without further ado, let's look at style. Now, style is obviously the most difficult category to judge because it's completely subjective. And what I think is cool, you might think is terrible, and vice versa. But I think, in my opinion, there is one brand that stands apart from all the others and it makes the most stylish glasses. Yes, they're not the most crazy, they're not the most quirky, they may arguably not be the most original, but they do look the sharpest, and that is Arlem, the French independent eyewear designer who used to work for some famous fashion houses before starting her own eyewear label. And it's a relatively new brand, founded within the last 10 years, but already Arlem has paved her own path where she's created some absolutely beautiful frame designs. This one is the new Monsieur, which was released this year in Rain Light. The light series of acetates are all semi-transparent, so you get this really interesting, partly translucent effect. And I think the shape of these glasses combined with that color, and of course the signature engravings on the temple inlay, all of those contribute to make a really beautiful pair of glasses, both in the hands and on the face. You can choose any frame within the Arlem collection, whether you're a man or a lady, and you're going to look fantastic. And that's the other awesome thing about Arlem, is the fact that she's so good at working with both acetate and metal. For example, this is the new Luxor. It's definitely a lady's frame, and you can tell that from the fact that it sits so high. I don't think that really works for a guy, but it definitely would work for a lady who wants that oversized aviator look. This is probably the most stylish ladies' aviator frame ever made. And on the metal pieces, you see a gorgeous embellishment, which is the looped end tips, a real favorite detail of mine. I think they're the nicest end tips in the industry. So whether you're shopping for metal frames or plastic frames, Arlem, for me, is the place to start in terms of style. 2 runners-up would be Jacques-Marie Mage, a very close second, who obviously make these stunning, super bold frames, definitely thicker than Arlem with a bit more presence, but maybe not as easy to wear, whereas I think pretty much anyone can get on with an Arlem style. As well as, if you want rimless glasses in particular, Cartier. Nobody does rimless style like Cartier, and you could definitely make a case that they are the most stylish glasses. Why do I say that? It's because Cartier very much has its own design language. They create timeless styles that are modified and tweaked, but nevertheless remain more or less the same for decades. Almost no other brand can claim that, apart from maybe like Cazal. This is the new for 2024 Santos de Cartier rimless. Beautiful, beautiful frame in 23 karat gold. The exposed screws that they now integrate into the actual mounting between the lens and the frame is a really cool touch. And I think Cartier is a very close third on the list. Next up, we have originality, and it's definitely easier to be more objective when it comes to originality because it's clear that some glasses are more interesting and unique than others. Take the new 3091 from JF, and that is a one-of-a-kind aviator frame. You know, plenty of brands have done aviators before, but every element of these glasses that you can focus on is unique to this frame. So where even to start? Well, first of all, we've got the shape. Few brands would have the daring to do a geometric aviator frame, but JF is never scared of a challenge. And on top of the uniqueness of the shape, you also have the coloration. This is in a khaki green metal with a beautiful kind of camo green acetate inlay. So that's unique. Then you've got the fact that unlike most brands which would have just done a separate acetate inlay on each lens rim, this one is actually a single piece of acetate that actually crosses the gap, and it actually forms an acetate bridge on top of, by the way, the metal construction, because it's literally like 2 frames fused into one. But even that is not it, because you've also got JFRay's own proprietary, unique and award-winning spring hinge design that flexes without a spring. And that in itself is super original. It's an amazing construction that, like I said, they won awards for. And when you actually add all of those individually unique elements together, you have a one-of-a-kind pair of glasses. This is from their new collection that's just been released. We just got these this week, and I've been extremely excited to showcase them on the channel. I've said that the new collection from JFRA is probably their best ever frame collection. I'm going to be reviewing it very soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that. And it's not just on more masculine frames that JFRA innovate. For example, we just got these through as well. This is the 1565, and it's equally gorgeous. I mean, it's arguably more so. This is a really, truly beautiful ladies' frame. If you want glasses that are super eye-catching, that everyone is going to comment on, this is the frame for you. I mean, first of all, this acetate coloration, I've never seen before. I'm sure you haven't either. It's just incredible. It's almost like, it reminds me of seashells collected on the beach. Really, really, truly beautiful. But the way that they've added that as like a block of material on top of the base color and the base acetate gives this frame really interesting three-dimensionality and a really unique profile. So nobody does uniqueness and originality like JFRA. For me, they're my favorite eyewear brand because of that. They're just art distilled into a pair of glasses. And of course, they're a 10 out of 10 for originality. I've not actually given JFRA their SF score, but I can guarantee they will achieve that. And in this new collection, I am going to be finally giving them a rating. But of course, there are other brands that are original as well. LA Eyeworks comes straight to mind. Guy Garardi and Barbara McReynolds, who founded LA Eyeworks, set out on a path of creating an eyewear collection like no other. And even now, 20, 30, 40 years later, since they started the brand, LA Eyeworks is still as original as ever. They're still producing frames like the Sunfish, which just look like no other pair of glasses. And again, it's a combination of both the shape and the coloration. And if you're looking for acetate frames that are really comfortable to wear but still as stylish and original as these, then LA Eyeworks is, in my opinion, the best brand to go for. I've said before, I think they're the best quality acetate frames in the world. So then we move on to craftsmanship. And again, we can be quite objective about this because it's clear that some frames take more hand manufacturing to achieve. For me, it has to be Masanaga, and especially their K3 collection. Now, this is actually about to be surpassed because we have the Masanaga Master of Craft collection coming out in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited to see that because they are the best quality frames I've ever laid my hands on. But until they come out, Masanaga's other collection, the K3 or Kenzo Takeda collection, which was founded in partnership with the famous fashion brand Kenzo, well, Kenzo Takeda, who founded Kenzo, who's a lover of Masanaga. This collection represents the best craftsmanship in a pair of glasses on earth right now in 2024. It's incredible embellishing with hand engravings done on titanium and gold plating to a ridiculous degree because it's just like unnecessary. Like, you don't have to go to that level of detail. This screw that's on the inside of the frame, if it was just a hexagon, it would already be interesting. But the fact that they actually took the time to hand engrave that little hexagon that holds the temple onto the frame, what more can you say? Not only that, but the bottom of the lens rim, which is not visible when you wear it, is also engraved. And on top of that, the end tips, which come obviously behind the ear, are engraved as well. So it is just for a love of the art and the craftsmanship of making a pair of glasses. And that's what I find really exciting about Masanaga. And I still think, personally, they just edge, maybe by 1%, all the other Japanese brands out there. Then we move on to comfort. And I would argue that personally, this is the most important thing in a pair of glasses. And that's one of the reasons why I tend to gravitate towards more minimalistic frames, because I just find them more comfortable. These frames that I'm wearing, by the way, are extremely easy to wear. This is the Industrial series from Luca de Stel. He's a French artisan who hand makes every frame in Paris. Most of his glasses are made from leather and stone and other unique natural materials. He's the only craftsman making glasses from materials like that. And those frames, by the way, are an easy 9 out of 10 for comfort. They run the winners of this category very, very close. So too is his Industrial series, which is more stripped down, more minimalistic, extremely comfortable, made from surgical steel, very nice and almost weightless on the face. But guys, come on, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know which is going to be the winner in this category. And for me, it's easily Reykjavik Eyes. These are the glasses I can recommend to anybody, anywhere in the world, no matter their face shape, their face structure, no matter their preference in glasses. I can recommend a pair of Reykjavik Eyes, and I know they're going to tell me these are the most comfortable glasses I've ever had. I can say that from having sold thousands of pairs of these over the years to people of all different ethnicities from all over the world. people who are the most demanding, most discerning eyewear enthusiasts, who might have loads of really cool, interesting glasses in their collection, but still come back to this when they want comfort. Reykjavik eyes are the world's first glasses, and I think still the only glasses made from one piece of titanium that is laser cut from a single sheet, without the use of screws, without the use of springs, without the use of solders, or anything other than the actual frame material, except for these rubber covers at the end and rubber nose pads. Apart from those two things, this is a pure titanium frame, beta titanium as well, which is what they use in aircraft. Makes it very flexible, which means that even if it's not quite the right fit, it will still kind of mold to your face. But mostly they're just weightless. Like, they are not there. I'm wearing these glasses, I can't feel them. Now, there are other brands that almost achieve that as well. Makita, IC Berlin, and Limburg with their Buffalo Horn Titanium series. If you want a more bold frame, I would opt for either Limburg or Luca de Stel, as I mentioned. Both brands extremely good at comfort, and these obviously stand out more. These are titanium on the temples and Buffalo Horn, which is a naturally incredibly lightweight material. So you can still get a bold pair of glasses that's very comfortable. And finally, durability. Obviously, if you're spending a lot on a pair of glasses, or even if you're spending a little bit, you want your glasses to last. Well, before I go back to putting my glasses on, I may as well just pick the Jacob back up because Reykjavik eyes are not only the most comfortable glasses, but they are also, in my experience, the most durable. I'll demonstrate it to you. You know, I can stretch this frame out with all of my strength. I'm pulling on that. The worst thing I could do to it, possibly, is pop the lenses out, and even that is not happening. That was my full strength. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm literally pulling that as hard as I can in both directions. That hasn't broken. I stretched it a bit, and with tools, or even, to be honest, with my fingers, I can probably just put that back in shape. More people should know about how good these glasses are, how practical they are. The worst I've done is probably just bend them out of shape a little bit. With tools, it would be easy to get them back in shape. Even with my fingers, I can do it. Of course, they're not the only durable frames out there. There are plenty of other glasses that are durable as well. Luca de Stel, as I mentioned, I love the way that they age over time, and all of the components on a Luca de Stel frame are easily replaceable. All of the frames that I've showcased today are durable to some degree. To be honest, if you invest a decent amount in a pair of glasses, you can pretty much expect it to last. Although, having said that, it's not always the case. There are some frames that really don't last. But all the frames I've recommended today, and this is the reason I work with these kind of brands, they will last you very, very well. They're all high on the scale of durability. But if you want the strongest glasses in the world, it's Reykjavik eyes. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've learned something, and I hope this has helped you to identify, first of all, what's most important in a pair of glasses for you, and which frames might tick those boxes. What do you think? What are the best glasses in the world? What criteria do you use to select your frames? I'd love to know in the comments below. I think this could be a really interesting debate. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and share it with other glasses wearers that you know. You know, this could be really useful to someone who wears glasses, who might not think about glasses as much as maybe they should. So please make sure to share and subscribe for more of the best eyewear content on the internet. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye bye.